Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Brawl. This is another week that Blizzard clearly took a day off because all the rule says is death rattles, trigger twice. That's it. So we have two Brawls in a row where you have to build your own deck. I and many other people were disappointed by this because usually Blizzard's been doing make your own deck, then pre-made decks. Here's the first time they broke that pattern. Anyway, I'm going to be making, this is not an idea that I came up with. I'm going to go for like a combo burn priest deck. This is something that is pretty obvious if you stop to think about it, but zombie CHOW with Akanai Soul Priest. When this CHOW dies, it deals 5 damage to the enemy hero. In this brawl, it actually deals 10. So what you're trying to do is get a priest, 2 CHOWs, and a circle of healing, and that's 20 damage. So you gotta deal 10 more damage somehow, assuming optimistically that the opponent never heals. There's Mind Blasts in here. Flash heals with the Soul Priest are kind of like more Mind Blasts. They can also be used to heal you, which is important because sometimes you can fall behind. There's also a lot of removal and card draw here, so Loot Hoarder draws 2 cards. It's pretty much essential for any deck. Acolyte goes really nicely with the Explosive Sheep, which blow up twice, causing your Acolyte to get you 2 cards. Abomination is sort of like a round-the-board Flame Strike that also deals damage. It's kind of like a Ysera Awakens, so to speak. It deals 4 damage to everything, and that can help actually deal some damage to the face if you're missing some of that 10 damage that you need from your combo. So anyway, this is not the most fine-tuned version of the idea. I encourage you, if you're going to play this Brawl and want to try this, to definitely try to build your own deck and do whatever you want. But if you go for this archetype, please don't treat my deck as a finely tuned version. There's probably some ways to do one-ofs and whatnot to make things better. So with this deck, you want to try to use your Sheep and your Abominations for board clears. You really don't want to do the Akanai Circle of Healing combo unless you have 2 Circles of Healing or 2 Akanais or something, because you really need to get your cards to burn the opponent out. This is actually a pretty good starting hand. It doesn't have any of our combo pieces, but it does. I'll keep the Sheep here. It does have a lot of good stuff. So there's the Loot Hoarder, which will get 2 cards. It's very important. This is one of the the best cards, honestly, to have in your hand in the entire deck because it can trade with an early minion of the opponent's and get you a couple of cards. And then the Sheep is nice. It deals 4 damage across the board, not to the face. Leopard I feel like is just not a particularly good card to play in this Brawl. It does deal 4 damage to the opponent's face, but I mean, who cares? It just doesn't have enough value for a single card in my humble opinion. So Northstrike Cleric's pretty good here. Let's see if he's got any sort of follow-up. Maybe like an Abusive Sergeant to trade is what he needs. I don't know if he'd run Abusive Sergeant. That seems like it's a little bit slow. It's another one of those Brawls where you could pretty much just run a standard, like, meta-appropriate deck. There was one guy on Reddit who posted that he just played his Patron deck with nothing but the Death Spite for actual Death Rattle, and it works just fine. Mass Dispel's a really good card, obviously. It clears out all the Death Rattles. It also draws a card, which is important for this deck to be able to get your combo in order. So I got a pretty decent board here. The Owl can kill my Loot Hoarder, but then I have a 1-1, which I guess isn't that great. Alright, so he gets a Spider Tank with Taunt. It's pretty solid. It actually leaves up my Loot Hoarder, which is interesting. Lots of different plays I could make here. I could go for the Cleric and heal to draw an extra card. I could also coin Mass Dispel, because I do have 2 Mass Dispels. That would turn this into a 2-3. And then I could run the... Nah, let's just go for this. This is a little risky, because I'm going to take some extra damage as a result of doing this. But I feel like I'm okay with that risk. He is a hunter, but I do have my hero ability to counter his, so hoping to get a little bit more value out of this Mass Dispel. One problem is, unlike a mage, you can't trigger your own Sheep, so you kind of have to wait a turn before the Sheep acts. You have to be a little bit proactive about it. And of course, I haven't dealt any damage to his face, which is also a bit of a bummer. So maybe I should have just coined Mass Dispelled and not try to get fancy here, drawing that extra card. But right now I have 0 of my game-winning combo pieces, so it's like, gotta get something to happen here. If I'm not gonna hit his face with my minions, then I really need to draw more cards. Alright, Web Spinner will get Mass Dispelled, which is good. This will get Mass Dispelled, which is really good. The question is he going to go face, or is he going to kill my minions? He goes face. Alright, I'm pretty happy about that, because I can clear out most of his stuff here. And draw a card. So, let's see, we gotta kill that for sure. And this. And, you know what? Let's do that. So that's interesting. Let's actually hit. So I'm gonna take an extra damage here, but I figure damaging this thing down makes sense for Holy Nova. Plus it'll draw me a whole bunch of cards if he keeps on going for face. Little Exorcist was useful a while back when everything had Death Rattle. I'm not as sure about it in this Brawl. Maybe if you're just playing like a general deck as opposed to like a specific, like if you're playing like a combo deck, I don't think you really want this Exorcist. But maybe if you're playing like a general, you know, good stuff deck, then that makes more sense. All right, it keeps going for my face, which is fine, because that means that as long as I don't die, I'll be okay. I do have a flash shield, which I'm probably gonna end up using on my face at some point. Shadow Madness is interesting here, but I really would rather just get 3 cards and kill this whole board. Actually, did I overload on cards? I have a 9-card hand. This is bad. If he's a clever player, he's going to realize he can actually kill this Loot Hoarder right here and my cards get wasted, which could be a disaster if if it ended up milling away any parts of my combo. So I got both Soul Priests and 1 CHOW. I need the other CHOW and I need Circle of Healing. And I also have to keep healing myself. It's difficult to get cards out of my hand. Oh, this could be awkward. So the Acolyte's bad. I can't play the CHOW because I don't have the combo for it yet. I could try to switch game plans and just play the CHOW and the Soul Priest. But the real issue is if I play a Soul Priest, I can't heal myself anymore. I don't have anything I can play. Oh god, there's nothing for me to actually like play right now. Everything is either part of my combo or draws more cards, none of which is stuff I really want. Well, butts. Shadow Madness doesn't do good. Mass Dispel doesn't solve the problem of the fact that I'm being milled to hell and back. I could Mass Dispel. This is only 4 damage though. Oh man, and I can't afford to get hit for 5. I really can't afford to take 4 damage from this either. Jeez. How do we do this? Alright. I don't know if this is the right play, but it's the play I'm gonna make. I'm gonna burn this thing. Oh, this is so terrible. The Loot Hoarder just mills my cards. Because I've got 9 cards in hand here. Shit. And he's gonna steal something from me. Alright, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I clearly did not play this correctly at all in the slightest. Let's get rid of the silenced one, I guess. Alright, he stole my good creature. I'm gonna get milled. Oh god. You know what? Oh right, because it triggers twice. Alright, let's go ahead and concede that one. So that didn't really work out well. I had too much card draw and not enough general stuff there. Okay, let's try that again. I might have to tweak the deck while making this video. As you can see, I did win once before making this, but it was kind of a close game there. What would I have needed that game? I don't know. Mass Dispel was actually not that great. I did too good of a job drawing cards. You know what it was? It was probably just that Holy Nova that was a mistake. I just didn't need to draw that many cards there. 3 cards at once was probably too many. Alright, up against another Hunter. Clearly they're going to be going face. Alright, so here, Flash Heal. I don't want to keep that. It's just basically just going to go on my face if I keep it. But I do want to keep Circle of Healings as part of the sort of winning combo. And I do want to keep the Sheep because that can clear out his board. I don't mind spending like a turn healing. Although since I've got the Acolyte of Pain to follow up, maybe I should just play the Sheep. Well, no, this doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, wait, he's playing 2 creatures. Let's think about this. So the Web Spinner gives him 2 random beasts. How good is that? It's probably gonna get those beasts, but I don't really see the point of playing Sheep here just to kill 2 creatures. Okay, so let's play an Acolyte here. Alright, well we got a much better job getting the combo assembled here. I just need the other CHOW at some point. And there's our 20 damage, so if I can deal 10 more somehow, I'm good. Secrets? Ugh, well I can't get rid of secrets very easily. This is a freezing trap, that just sucks. It probably is, right? So here's what I'm gonna do. Actually, would I rather take the 4 damage to the face and get 2 beasts? Or would I rather deal 4 damage to him and get 2 beasts? I'm gonna do this. If it is a freezing trap, then the leper gnome goes back to the hand. And then he does get 2 beasts as opposed to dealing 4 damage, but I figure since he is a hunter, and he's already got me down to 22, I should probably respect his damage potential. So leper gnome's interesting. It does add an extra 4 damage to my combo. So I actually could, like, try to deal more damage with that. Should I play the Abomination? Piloted Shredder will trigger first. And I'm going to hit him in the face. Now, if he's got an owl here for the Abomination, that's not so great. But I do have 9 more damage to go before I can run right. He does this. Oh, man, this was actually a really good flip, because he's going to take an extra 4 damage from the Wrath Guard. Oh, that's really good. Okay. Which means he's really close to dead here. Okay. I just gotta hang on a little bit longer. So, Soul Priest. What do I actually have? I got 4, 7, 8 mana to do my combo. And then it deals 10... plus 4 is 14 damage, so I need another 7 damage. Explosive Sheep doesn't quite kill this Belcher, unfortunately. But the Belcher will trigger first. No, but the Belcher's not going to be dead. Right. Do I Mass Dispel here? Fishing for my other CHOW? I think that since I have 2 Soul Priests, what I'm going to do is just try to kill the Sludge Belcher the old-fashioned way. By burning it once like this. And then just hope my other CHOW shows up. Wait, I have both CHOWs. They're both in my hand. How did I not notice this? Well, right now I couldn't have quite killed him because it would have been at 1 health still. But I screwed up. I should have burned his face right here. Then I'd have lethal this turn. So I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Anyway, Holy Nova is a nice top deck. So what I'm gonna do is just play Holy Nova. And now I have CHOW plus Soul Priest plus Circle of Healing for the kill next turn. So all I really have to do here, it doesn't really matter, just play the sheep. His Shredder will trigger before my sheep because it was played first, so it will kill all the stuff it drops if he kills it. Now if he damages the sheep with a spell, then it'll blow off twice, and then the 2 Shredder minions will come out, but it won't matter because I'm going to play Soul Priest, CHOW, CHOW, Healing. I don't know how I missed the fact that I have 2 CHOWs in my hand. That's really, really funny. For the Leper Gnome ends up not being all that useful. Wait, what? Oh no, he ran into it. Right, he ran into it. That's why my sheep triggered after it. Okay, got it. Yes, that makes perfect sense. 4, 7... If I got it to 9 mana, I could actually do the Leper Gnome as well, but I just don't need to. So the Leper Gnome was like a nice... safety net here. He gets his beasts, and then gets burned 4 times. And that's all I really want to do for this week's Brawl. This is just one of those get the pack and stop playing for me. I have really no interest in this format. It's honestly kind of lame. One of my least favorite Brawls. But that's what it is. So now you know. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. And if you want to see what I got from my pack this week, you can stick around before hitting that X button. Oh yeah, Soul Priest in pain. How fitting. Well, alright, that'll do it. I'll be back soon with another arena run. Take care, everyone.